প্লেটা তো হচ্ছে না আপনি
Hello. So great. Hello, hello. Nice shot.
Is there a scorecard or anything?
yeah this but it will
Last night sounds right.
Swallow it.
Just
Standard.
11's pretty good. Yeah, last night's not. Go to live scoring.
Sorry. Trying to think how I can get away with blocking it. What's the game?
Brisbane Burns. This is the basics. Good morning and welcome to Chester Button Hall Cricket Club. We're on pitch number 2 here and we're picking up the game between the Brisbane Burners. Brisbane Burners are 217 for 1 after 15 overs at the moment, after an explosive start on the back pitch. Already seen a number of different batsmen retire. Blake Van der Leed, 51 off 15. Mitch Fraser as well, 51 off 20. And then Chris Mapstone as well, with 51 off 22. So the Kumar Sank are really under the pump here. And that's an unfortunate piece of fielding on the offside there. It looked like it was only going to be a single, but it's gone through the fielder and ran away. Extremely fast outfield. What's made it worse for the fielder is it's run down the hill as well, so he's had to go down onto the football ground to pick that one up. For the Kumar Sangalagas here, this is a real tough spot to be in here. 227 for 1, 4 overs left. Projected score probably 275 here. But they're going to go to a new bowler to the attack. This is Harry Richards. Jaden Pratt, 33 off 19 here. And Richards has started off with a wide down the leg side. So obviously these is one of the first couple of games of this LMS World Cup being played across Chester at Port Sunlight and Neston. Hard into the wicket here. Coleman goes hard down the ground, that's short, straight, that's 6 more. This is going to be really tricky here for the Kumar Sangalagas. Could just really do with the wicket to break this partnership. A wide ball there. Sam Coleman's gone off to a flyer, he's 22 off 5 here. Not quite found his radar yet. Only bowled the 6 overs, Harry Richards, in his 5 previous matches. Oh, and we've got some buzzers here. Batsman have picked up on that quickly and come back for 2. Making this pretty tough work for the keeper here. Richards just struggling to find his radar here as he takes his hat. So on this current run rate, they're looking at 288. So the Kumar Sangalagas will be really trying to keep this down to near 275. Very small ground, very quick outfield. Always in the game. Logan Bell comes back for his 3rd over here. Like most of the bowlers, gone for a little bit of tap so far. But 246 for 1, 3 overs left. Hopefully a couple of wickets can maybe stem the flow for the Kumar Sangalagas. Comes in, into the wicket, flicked into the leg side, out to deep square, and they're going to take a single. So pitch 2 here at Chester is just a fraction smaller than pitch 1, so expect the average scores to be a lot higher. Comes in again, really good strike, and Coleman's, he sailed that all the distance there. 6 more, 39.9 off 10. Fair play to Bell there, he gave that a lovely little bit of flight, but that straight boundary is just a little short down there. Coleman's full strike, and it's gone sailing over long on's head there for 6 more. Just a small delay here. we've still got just over 2 overs to complete this innings. I've got a real funny feeling that some of the LMS crowd are going to be looking for a lot of spare balls on this back pitch, especially if they keep putting the Brisbane Burners on it. High into the air from Coleman, drops short at long on, only for a single. Really good adjustment from Bell there. So Coleman's raced away, hit 3 sixes already. Back into the wicket, off the back foot. Interesting cut shot, split extra cover. 4 more. So that takes James Pratt to 40 off 22. Fired into the pads there by Bell. Missed slog sweep by Pratt. And a leg bye down to third man. So at the moment, some quite interest in economies. Finn Bell, the pick of the show so far, just at 9s. But as I said earlier, this is a very, very high scoring ground. So Ollie Smith is going to bowl the 19th over of this innings. He's coming in from the top end. Hard into the wicket. There's no one out at mid wicket either. And that's a 4. Really struggling to protect this outfield here. It's extremely fast. Weather's been excellent in this part of the world. Outfield's more like a links golf course. Tried to adjust his line there, Smith. Just missed the wide line on the offside. Then he comes again from the top end. A little bit straighter this time, 4th stump. Just a single. Good adjustment from Smith there. Burners now 265 for 1. Smith comes in, he's going to cross the stumps. That looks like Coleman's gone the whole way again. And that could be another spare ball. Umpire's arms go up. And that takes him to 46 off 12 deliveries. Got a little bit of a race here from Pratt and Coleman to get to 50. Lovely adjustment. Coleman straight down the ground again, and he's won that race. That's 50 to him. Unbelievable striking, just 13 balls. 52 off 13 balls at a strike rate of 400. Posing with a square leg umpire for a photo there. Enjoyed that. And that is the fourth Burners batter to retire in this innings. Unbelievable striking. Knowledgeable ripple from his teammates here, the people watching. And that brings Matt Turnbull to the crease. Played just the 346 games with 5,500 runs. Also wearing, looks like a dashing Brisbane Big Bash helmet as well. Logan Bell for the last over. And that's been whipped away into the leg side. Still no mid-wicket. Turnbull using all the experience there, whipping that into the leg side. Just coasted that through mid-wicket. So 2 for 1. There comes Bell again for the second ball of the over. Good ball this one, straight in. Oh, the fielder's just ran in at long off. Misjudged it, it's gone over his head. And it's bounced inside the boundary as well, so that's another 4. Hard into the wicket, and Turnbull's found the boundary on the leg side again. That's gone all the way this time. $292 for 1. There's a chance here. There's a chance for 300. Can they get there? Some quite unbelievable ball striking from the Brisbane Burners. Couple of balls left here. Already seen 15 maximums so far. Unlucky there for Belly. Made the adjustment, bowled into the offside. Turnbull just stepped across, whipped it into wide mid-wicket. And that is 296 for 1. The Burners certainly laying down a marker here. Straight down the ground from Turnbull. Going to look for 2 here. Fielders ran in from long off. Oh, they were looking for 1 more there. And that brings the innings to a close there. 298 for 1. And that's going to take us to the innings break there. 4 batters making their 50 retired score there in the first innings. And the Kumar Sangalagas just picking up 1 solitary wicket. But they're going to have their chance in the second half, needing just under 15 runs and over. And we'll be back for the second half. Right. In now as a local Brisbane, resident. As you can tell, Lloyd was our overseas player and sounds more like someone from Phoenix Knights than he does from Brisbane. But this is going to be quite an interesting chase for the Kumar Sangalagas. Lloyd, just 298 in the 20 overs.
Yeah, I think they've got a bit of bit on here, but we'll see how they go early on. I think try and get off to a good start. It looks like a fast outfield, so sun's shining, good time to bat.
Well, it's definitely a batter's paradise here. Mentioned before, it's like a golf links course. This obviously very close to some of the championship courses at Hoylake. They'd be happy with this as a track to be hitting on. But we're going to start off here. We're going to be coming from the clubhouse end. Right, here we go. Sam Coleman to get us going. Bowling to Ollie Smith from the clubhouse end. And he comes. Oh my God, that's a head-high no ball. Batters are looking for a sharp single. And that is a no ball. Is that going to be a free hit, maybe? Here it comes. What a way to start, chasing 300. Head-high no ball. This is a free hit. And he comes again. Great adjustment here. Free hit defended there and backed up. Harry Richards not really freeing his arms there. I don't think he saw the opportunity with the free hit there, but massive adjustment from the bowler there as Coleman comes in again.
George is opening the batting.
He's gone straight to the death length there, Coleman, making that adjustment after that wild first ball. And Richards has done well to dig that one out. In this format, Lloyd, would you be looking to go straight into the block hole early on?
Probably not. I'd probably try and hit the top of off stump and try and get a few early wickets.
He's obviously heard your words there straight away, just gone for that little away swinger through to the keeper. Do you see any value in maybe trying to take a couple of early wickets?
I'd say a few early wickets always puts pressure on in any format.
Richards just pushes again into the offside. Good bit of fielding there from the Burners. Nice pick up, one-handed, one run. So here we are, we're on 3 off 4 balls at the moment. Very tidy start from Coleman, who had a very good start earlier in the day with the bat. As he's gone down on one knee, just paddled it out to the short leg side boundary. Another good pick up by the fielding team. Trying to use some invention there, Ollie Smith, getting down on one knee. Playing like a soft paddle, but that brings us to the end of the first over, 4 for 1. And that brings on Caelan Nestling here. He's going to come in again from the clubhouse end. Ooh, bit of extra bounce here. Obviously, you were here as an overseas player, Lloyd. How did you find the pitches?
I found them quite. Back in my day, we had 3 spinners, so we had quite a bit. There wasn't as much grass on back in my day, so it looks like they've produced a bit more of a bowler-friendly track here. If you find a length, it seems to be popping up like a tennis ball bounce, so it seems like that could be the length to go for.
Just a wide call there, quite a harsh wide from the umpire there, but that's going to be the standard for this second innings. Massive appeal. And turned down. Smith clearly knowing that there's a massive ask on here, needing over 15 runs and over. He's decided he's going to go straight at it in the second over here. And that's another wide into the offside. Yeah, it is a bit more of a tennis ball bounce than this back pitch as well. Also, it does tend to bounce a little bit more than the front. Very short boundaries though, so maybe a little bit more into the wicket lengthwise.
Yeah, take the pace off the ball and try and bowl to the field. Well, you don't have many fielders in this format, but try and set your fields to your bowling, and then
Unbelievable insight, that, Lloydie. He was an excellent player. We didn't bring him over for his commentary. Oh my God! And that's a spectacular catch. Diving forward there. Nestling with a brilliant one-handed grab. Made a fantastic adjustment after a bit of a calamitous misfield from his colleague in the outfield in the offside, but made amends straight away, the Brisbane Burners, and they're on the board with their first wicket. That's one to watch back later. Nestling just diving forward, taking a beautiful catch one-handed. Again, as Lloyd had said, that into the wicket length, a bit of tennis ball bounce. And Smith is on his way. Bit of an uphill battle here so far. Extra's easily the top scorer. And the Kumar Sangalagas are struggling at 12 for 1. Chasing a score like this, though, there's very little thought about what you've got to do. You've got to go out hard straight away.
you can't afford any dot balls in this with chasing this amount of total, especially with the field spread so much. So dot balls is a no-go here. You need to keep the scoreboard ticking as much as you can. Find your boundaries when you can.
Nice to see one of the organisers, Simon Maltby, down the far end there doing some of his DIY. Oh, that is a fantastic delivery. Just back of a length, nipping away. Harry Richards played the line. He's gone. We're 12 for 2. Coleman is having a day out here at Chester. After his strike rate of 400 to his 50 before, after that wild first ball, he has made the adjustment. And all of a sudden, the Brisbane Burners are foot on throat here. Have you seen this format played much round in Brisbane?
Yeah, it's quite a popular format back in Brisbane. There's a cricket ground in the middle of Brisbane called Merchant Park, and there's 8 fields there, and it's always full with every team from all over Brisbane playing most weeks. So.
And that. Oh, a complete change of length now. So they have brought the slip in. They've seen the opportunity to get another early wicket here. This is Finn Bell, who's played 8 of these games before. Oh, and a lovely adjustment. Going straight at the poles now. So that slip fielder looks like he's coming from the leg side. They've just got the 2 on the onside now, no fine leg. So Coleman's bowling with some real discipline now as he comes into bowl from the clubhouse end. And that is another one. That is a vicious Yorker. And the batsman Bell has literally just popped his bat under his arm and as he walks away here. And that is 12 for 3. His partner gives him just a little tap on the arse there to say unlucky. That looked like a ferocious swinging delivery. Done a lot of bowling with pink and white balls. Did he swing early on?
Early on is crucial to try and pitch the ball up and get them to swing within the first 3 or 4 overs, I would say. And then they definitely do get easier to bat with after that. So get through. I know you don't have much time in this format to get your eye in and see, but it does get easier after the first 3 or 4 overs.
So for yourself, obviously, you played a lot of T20, got picked up in the BPL, the Brisbane Premier League, not the Bangladesh. Do you think this would be a format that you could have thrived in?
I definitely could have done. Looking at the field settings and the short boundaries, is definitely something that you'd enjoy to play.
Someone who cleared the front leg quite early, even in red ball cricket, I'd imagine this would have been a format that suited your skill set. But obviously this Coleman is doing a number here, bowling very full. This time the new batter, which is Brooks, left-hander. This is only his 4th game of LMS. But he has a fantastic strike rate to lean back on of 172. So hopefully he can get right into his work here. Him and James Reeve really need to put their foot down. Get a bit of a foothold in this game. Nestling's going to have his second over. He went for 8 off his first, but got that fantastic wicket caught and bowled. Gone back to more of a slightly orthodox field. No, he's brought the slip back up. So he's sensing there's chance for another wicket for himself here. So he comes in off the short run. Slower ball, roll his fingers over that, goes down to long on. Well fielded, that's 1 run. Already in the 4th over, going to a change of pace here, which is exactly what we spoke about early on on the commentary. On this sort of surface, tennis ball bounce, the ball was coming on nicely, pace on before. So we'll have to adjust his line now to the left-hander. And he comes nestling to Brooks. Short into the wicket, the ball's gone high in the air, the keeper's running after it. Oh, that is a beautiful piece of gapping in the outfield there. Even with those unbelievably loud shoes, the keeper couldn't quite get there. They weren't rocket fueled. But off the bat, it looked like a huge 6, but it came right off the top edge, stayed in the ring. But Nestling causing havoc here, causing some real problems. Commentator's curse as he drains one down the leg side. So you can see, obviously, you can't in this format you can't have a super long run up, Lloyd. There is a restriction. There's a line where you can bowl from. Such a fast game. Would you have been able to make that adjustment? You know, someone with such a long run up like yourself.
I think, yeah, definitely with the shorter run up, and it would have helped with the longevity of the playing career as well.
So for someone like you, who packed in at what age?
30.
30, and that's quite common in Australia. So obviously this sort of format's ideal, really, for tradies like yourself who, rather than heading down the pub for a couple of VBs, you're able to, go and have a game of cricket with your mates.
Yeah, I think with the lesser numbers as well in the sides, it wouldn't be hard to get a team together with all your close friends as well. So definitely.
And we've got a slip catch. An absolute burgle from the slip fielder there. The keeper was in position. He's called him through, and he's got another one nestling. So this is a bit of a head-to-head here. There's 2 wickets each for 2 of the opening bowlers, and he just went a little bit more pace on there. There was that tennis ball bounce, and it looked like it caught the glove or the splice of the bat. And Reeve has to go, and the Sangalagas are 15 for 4, and they are in a hole. Tricky one now, because obviously the game's probably getting away from the Sangalagas here now. Is this an opportunity with more group games to come, maybe for a few of these batters to bat a bit of time and maybe move the ball around, get used to conditions for future games?
Yeah, I think with the quite a steep total ahead, could be a good opportunity for the lads out there just to get used to these English pitches, because I'm not sure if they would have played on too many English pitches in the past, but they might as well while the sun's out and the field's spread, fill your boots.
Well, sun's out, guns out, isn't it? So, here we are. So Reece James has joined Ben Brooks here. And we're going to go to Mitch Fraser's first over. Oh, and he has been tucked into straight away here. First ball, that is a maximum. Ben Brooks is waiting no time at all. He's literally put his right leg down the wicket, and that has gone many a mile. That stopped the game on the front pitch. Maybe this is it. The Sangalagas are going to put the foot down, and this is their charge. Oh, he's hitting it sweet here. Like we said before, the outfield is extremely quick here. Some beating down on it. Anything that misses the infield's going to go for 4. So he's adjusted well there, Fraser, as he comes back in his run. Full.
He got sconned, the non-striker got sconned there. Was definitely going for 4.
Slightly worrying. I've got prescription glasses on, and you're wearing sunglasses because you've been out on the lash last night, and you saw that and I didn't. So great pairing here. But he looks okay. He's rubbed it off. But that length looks like it could go. He's brought it back though. That was the adjustment he needed to make, and that is unbelievable fielding from Fraser. Except that one little faux pas in the outfield, Lloyd. The fielding from Brisbane's looked very sharp.
Yeah, they've definitely have. It was an interesting call from the first slip to call the keeper out of the way with the last catch, but he must be confident in there. And another stat for the guy at slip.
Mate, he's having one hell of a day. And in this format, you're always accruing points to your world ranking. So this guy at the moment, he must be sailing up the rankings with a strike rate of 400, 2 wickets and a catch.
Yeah, Chester might have to look at him as an overseas for next year.
Well, Chester could probably do with an overseas for next year. You don't fancy one more stint, do you?
You have to wheel me out on a stretcher.
Well, compared to this year's overseas, you do a good job. With all respect to Lloyd here, having a bit of fun with him. He was an excellent overseas player for the Chester club. Winning, for some of you Australian viewers, winning the flag in his season over here. And a T20 as well. Very successful year. Opening the bowling and batting anywhere from 1 to 7. Deciding whether the captain felt like he deserved to be after that week. Legend off the pitch as well. I'm back for the weekend, so we're delighted to have him back. As Pratt comes in. Oh, it's a no ball. It's flew off the edge. Oh, there we go. So we've got a no ball for Reece James there. And a free hit as well. This is exactly what the Kumar Sangalagas could really do with here. Could this be the over that just gets them going? There he comes in again. Pratt over the wicket. Oh, that was a much better attempt at the free hit this time. But didn't make contact. At 26 for 4. I'm enjoying this approach though. We obviously said about maybe batting some time there, going no, they're still going for it. They're still going for this total. And that's a wide ball as well. It's quite interesting because there's been a lot of success for when they've gone kind of just back of a length on the stumps, but they seem to be still trying to, you know, kind of almost bowl a channel.
Yeah, I think they've seen the success from the bowler from this end, getting a few wickets bowled, so I think they might have been taking that play, but he seems to have lost his radar here.
Yeah, Pratt just getting a little bit of swing there. He looks like he's standing the seam up. With these pink balls, sometimes you often have to go to cross seam quite early if it's going too far.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's definitely a point to take, and especially with this pitch being a bit more tennis ball-y, his cross seam is definitely there we go, a bit back of a length, and chips one to mid off.
Mate, it was a good adjustment there. That definitely was a cross seam ball, didn't he? He just held it back into the wicket. Reece James, after 11 off 5, has to go. And Pratt gets his first wicket after what was a relatively expensive first over, but made the adjustment. And the Burners take a catch, and that's 32 for 5 now. So just going back to your time here at Chester, Lloydie. Any particular, you know, you obviously came here, you were in overseas at another club before you'd done another year before Chester, didn't you?
Yeah, I played in the Lancashire League for a club called Church, who was actually my homegrown team from when I was younger. So my dad used to play in the first team there, and then I always wanted to come back and play for my roots. So in 2012, 13 and 14, I came back for 3 seasons in a row, and then yeah, it was a very good experience and good time to see. Live back in your hometown for 6 months and play cricket with players that you used to play with when you were younger. It's always a good time coming over to England and playing cricket anyway. It's on and off the field. They seem to do it a bit different to the Australians.
Well, that is an absolutely beautiful shot through the offside. Brooks has just lent on one through the extra cover region there, and that has took off on this quick outfield. The long off fielder barely had a couple of steps. He was not stopping that. That was beautifully off the bat. And Fraser's gone for a boundary there. It's so short straight, and if you can split the field, you're going to find the fence. So he's coming round the wicket here. As he comes in again. Gone fuller. Oh, that is extremely unfortunate. That's a Chinese cut down to fine leg. And like we've already mentioned a million times, this is like a billiards table. And that has just raced away again for another 4. So here we go. The Sangalagas are on the march here. And Brooks races onto 15. Not seen a lot of spin yet. I'm interested to know if this wicket spins because we've seen that bounce.
Yeah, I think they might be saving the spinners for the other end. I think the seamers have found a length on this from this end where it's popping quite a bit. So I think it'd be interesting to see if the spinners come from the other end, or are they just going to go all out with pace attack and try and bowl them out in 10 overs.
Yeah, it is definitely a ground of two ends, and obviously if you're new to LMS, you bowl 10 overs at one end and 10 overs at the other, so makes it a very quick game. And he comes again, Fraser. Gone full this time. Really good strike. Long off fielder gets behind it. Only a single this time. So just trying to mix the lengths up here. I think after getting tagged over long on in the previous over, he's desperate to stay out that hitting arc. And this brings Dan Harvey on strike here for his first ball.
Yeah, I think the left-hander here seems to have found the middle of the bat quite often, so they'd be happy to have him off strike.
So Dan Harvey, relatively new to the game here, has played 3 matches, the best of 21, so hoping to push up those world rankings there.
Yeah, I think this now might be a good time for a bit of experience. I think the left-hander here looks like he's played a few games in the past, so I think he could steady the ship a bit and take his runs anywhere here.
So they're staying with this 2 overs a bowler plan at the moment. So this is Pratt. Pratt comes in again. He's gone full. It's just drifting away again. You can
see he doesn't want to bowl into his arc. You can see he's just trying to bowl outside of his reach, and it's just a tough one in this format because then as soon as you bowl just a bit further away from the batsman, it's a wide.
Yeah. See, that's the perfect ball, because you can see that the left-hander here is really clearing his front leg out. The only thing on the field perspective here, you see you've got a third man. We've got a man at deep cover and long off. I'm just wondering whether everyone could just shift round a bit and maybe go a bit squarer with this shape.
Yeah, I think with the pace of the pitch as well, it's not quite coming on if you hit the length, so it's quite hard to hit backward of square. So I think having the man a bit in front of square might help.
There you go, so different views there. Like I'm just thinking with that fade that he's got at the moment where it would go behind square.
He's just got to try and be a bit more consistent with his lengths. I know he's trying to hit the block hole, but that seems to be bringing in the edge through slips and down to fine legs, so it's hard to block up all them gaps.
Really interesting for games later on there. He's just rolled his fingers over one there, and I've seen a couple of slower balls in this game now, and I really think that in a game which was probably a little bit closer, I think we'd see a lot more pace off deliveries. Brooks is not going to die wondering here. He's just losing his shape just a little bit, but that brings the end of the 8th over, 45 for 5. I think the extras have been a real help so far for the Sangalagas. Another change of bowling. This is Blake van der Leed. Extremely experienced LMS cricketer, Blake. Dan Harvey, yet to get off the mark here. Looking like he wants one just on his leg stump here. And there it comes. Gets one into the leg side. Sangalagas enjoyed that single into the leg side for Harvey. So a little bit less pace for Van der Leed here. He's decided to make that field adjustment, bring that guy round from third man to backward point. So as someone who had the ability to hit the ball a long way, clear that front leg out and kind of hit over long on, wide long on, you can see with Brooks here, he's just clearing that leg out. What's the kind of the key part to like the setup of when you're trying to kind of go over that long on region?
I feel like you've got to keep your head as still as possible. So it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters too much about anything else other than keeping your head still and an eye on the ball. So having that firm base is always good. He needs to stay a bit more offside of the ball here. You can see he's trying to open up that third man region with the lengths that he's bowling here, but I think he's just taking a bit of pace off the ball, so it's hard to get that.
And he comes on the lead. Oh, it's a lovely shot. Just rolled on it. Beautiful wrists behind square. That really probably isn't the line from Van der Leed there. He's just gone hard into the wicket. Absolutely no cover for that. Guy's well in front of square on the leg side. And Brooks has just rolled on it beautifully, and he goes to 24 off 20. So they get to the half century after 9 overs. That's 50 for 5 now. I think it'd be really good if the Sangalagas would maybe get up to 100. You know, try and just set themselves some little milestones here. I feel like the game maybe is out of reach now. They're needing, I think it's 26 and over.
Yeah, I think Brooks is just filling his boots here a little bit. He's been watching the other guys struggle to hit the ball off the square, so I think he's just got a good game plan here. He's waiting for the bad ball, not trying to do anything too stupid. I think he's the key if they're going to get anywhere close to this total.
It's not just that, it's net run rate as well. You know, like sometimes in games you've got to accept that maybe you're a little bit out of position, and if the score's not quite there, as Davies comes on. I'm really interested to see this because this is our first chance to see some spin. Really enjoying the shades look as well. Got a lot of time for that. Oh yes, lovely. It's the Brisbane Roar, isn't it, in the Big Bash?
No, it's the
Heat.
Brisbane Heat. Yeah.
The Heat. What's the Roars?
The Roar is the football team.
The football team, yeah. Massive fan of the Aussie soccer.
I think I've been to one game in my life. It didn't really hit the atmospheres like Old Trafford does.
Actually, I forgot you're a Man United fan, so you haven't aged as badly as I thought. Must be tough getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning to watch them. Gone very full so far, Davies here. Keeper really like that. The reason I say that is that the Brisbane Heat helmet is quite dashing on the keeper here.
Yeah, they do have the Brisbane Heat colours here. They do. I like it. It's a very nice looking kit, actually.
Do you get to many of those games in the Big Bash?
Yeah, fortunately, I've got a few friends who play in the Brisbane Heat, so it's quite handy for getting tickets and going down and watching the Heat down at the Gabba.
Oh, it goes up in the air. Blake. Oh no. Oh, wowzers. A little bit of a miscommunication there. So the ball just dropped short. I think everyone thought it was going to land in the hands of the fielder. It's dropped short, and then the Brooks is just trotting there. He probably could have been run out with a good throw. So that brings another over. So you mentioned some mates that played for Brisbane. Anyone you want to mention?
Yeah, I had my teammate for Sangha, Mitchell Swepson, the leg spinner. He played for the Brisbane Heat for quite a few years. Now he's just signed a contract with the Melbourne Stars, so he's on for a new venture down there in Melbourne.
So that makes for a good trip, does it?
Yeah, following more in his footsteps. So.
It's the kind of Hollywood franchise, isn't it? The Stars.
Yeah, I think they've had a stacked team for a very long time, but they never seem to put it together. But I think the last year they might have done quite well, so might have got that formula right.
So we've changed ends now. So Blake Van der Leed's gone up the far end now, and they're going to be bowling towards us. I think this is going to be an absolute festival of cricket over the coming week. Teams from all over the globe. It was an absolutely stellar opening night at the Chester Cricket Club last night. Rammed wall to wall with LMS players. As Harvey backed away there, tried to access the offside. Blake followed him. Really good bowling. He's going very full here. He's gone third man fine leg, very fine. Trying to hit the stumps here. As the ball flies through again. So Chester's a venue here as part of this LMS World Cup, all the way up to the quarter-final stage, and then it reverts to Neston and Port Sunlight Cricket Club. Chester have a minor counties, which is the level below first class, the level below Lancashire Cricket Club. They've got a 3-day game starting next week and a Premier game on Saturday. So the cricket is flowing here all week. So if you're in the Chester area and you want to come down, the bar's open. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic festival of cricket. I wouldn't park your car necessarily too close to the ground because the balls are flying all over the gaff. As they come in again, round the wicket to Brooks, clears the front leg again. After getting off to a really fast start, Brooks has just lost his shape a little bit here now, and they're bowling a little bit shorter at him now. He was a lot happier when it was a little bit fuller. Just gone into the wicket with that tennis ball bounce.
It just shows that change of end can be quite difficult to get used to. After facing so many overs from one end, you've got your areas and your zones, especially with the wind direction. I think it just might take him a few balls to get used to this end, and I'm sure the runs will start flowing again.
It must be a lot easier if you're a 360 player, this format, because if you can manipulate the field, it must be quite good to be able to get like a ramp or a flick away to kind of manipulate the field to create some gaps for more, the power based shots.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of gaps out there, and if you're running between wickets as well, no dot balls, and the boundaries will definitely come. There's gaps the size of a football field out here.
Well, there literally is a football field just there. Out of camera shot here, literally to our right hand side. As Davies change ends. Hard into the leg side here. That's a good bit of fielding because it's not the easiest outfield because of how dry it is. And it's only a single. You'll probably feel like he missed out there, Brooks. Interesting one for the captains in this format because all the captains are fielding out on the boundary. The teammates have really got to be watching I'm watching the captain at the moment down at long off. He's frantically waving his arms around. Oh wow! Oh, that is cricket.
I think he might have done him in the flight there.
Oh! It's been given us a no ball for height by the looks of it, and went through the keeper as well, so that was a bit of a shocker really for everyone involved. But except for the Sangalagas who love that, there was a number of cheers from their bench. And that takes it to 59 for 5. And that was a free hit, which bowled him. Always a good one for the people on the side who aren't concentrating.
Especially me there.
Yeah. It's a nice shot again. Out to deep backward.
All into his field here. He seems to have found his length here. He's gone out to this deep point region quite often, so I think he'll be happy with that. He's bringing the cut shot in as well, so it could be a bit of, as the days go on these pitches, the bounce might get a bit inconsistent, so that length could be crucial.
Only going 2 here, chance of a run out. Oh, it's excellent running. Always quite tricky for a fielding team when you're that far ahead of the game. Just sometimes, you can just get a little bit lax. After the first 10 overs in the field, Brisbane there's just a couple of, they just take it turning ones into twos now.
Yeah, I think the bowling side got off to a flyer, taking a lot of early wickets, so I don't think they wanted slip in concentration here because it's a long tournament. And you want to be getting off the field as soon as you can, really. Yeah,
well, I'd like to think a few of these guys maybe took in some of the nightlife of Chester last night. But like I said, the opening night was really well attended. A lot of very, very excited teams here. And with 8 overs left, 63 for 5.
How you going, boys?
Very good.
Yeah, we're going to be out here at 2:30 today. The Brisbane Burners out there put on 299. Matty Turtle out there behind the stumps. Mathers is rolling in.
Love it. Nearly done. So we've got Mapstone now for his first go. Into the wicket, straight down the ground, 1 run. Yeah, so warm. Yeah, it's extremely hot here, and I'm not sure my choice of jumper is was the choice today. No sun cream on this bald head as well. So there seems to be a few Australian teams here. Did you manage to catch up with any of them last night?
Yeah, I had a few chats with a few of them at the bar last night. They were asking me more about the nightlife in Chester than the pitches here, but I know the Australians like a drink. But they couldn't believe I was actually from Australia, so they thought I was pulling their leg.
It's good again. Just a little bit of rotation from Harvey. Chris Mapstone here, an absolute veteran of LMS, 281 games here. This is currently his 558th over, taking 152 poles. Oh, and that is very, very skillful bowling there, just rolling his fingers over the top of it. Saw Brooks advancing and just went into the wicket, rolled his fingers over the top, and a really good keeping there, never easy, taking those stub back, those slower balls. That's a lovely strike straight down the ground. But the field setting is excellent here. They've got long off very, very straight. You can see that Brooks is just trying to set up into the leg side here. So long off is very straight, and he's cut that off, and that's another single. And these overs are just flying through. We're at 13 now.
Yeah, they put a bit of partnership on here. I think Harvey and Brooks, they're definitely the pair to get them a few more runs on the board from here. Boundaries have dried up though in the last few overs.
Well, they're going back to the main guy, Sam Coleman, 2 for 4 at the moment. He's had an absolute day out. It wouldn't surprise me if he found the breakthrough here. That's a lovely shot into the offside. Just lent on that, caressed it through. Oh, there's a bit of misfielder looking for a second run, but no. Harvey here. 11 off 17. Coleman is going to go absolute death block hole here, I think. Oh, that's a nice shot through the offside, just to access the offside beautifully. That's a really good bit of fielding on a tough bit of outfield there. And there's another single. Definitely hitting it better now though, aren't they?
Yeah, I said that at the start that the ball usually does quite a bit in the first few overs, so it seems to flattened out a bit. Definitely from this end as well, it's not getting as much of that tennis ball bounce, so they can play the shots through the line.
Oh, and that was a much needed boundary there for Harvey. Found the gap beautifully there. Just a nice gentle breeze coming across here from the Mersey. Oh, into the wicket here. Slow ball bumper. Takes his hat. I feel like the Brisbane side are really rushing through the overs now, and it looks like there's the front pitch has been the first game's been done. It is absolutely perfect conditions for a festival of cricket here today. Another good bit of bowling there, bowling to the field. Mapstone here. Continuing. Oh, and he finds the edge. Harvey just flaying one over the outreaching keeper there. Seems a very popular member of his squad here. Harvey, as he's reached 20 now, he's catching up. He's almost at a run of ball now. 79 for 5 now, the Sangalagas. Did not see them getting up to 79 when this innings started at such a rate.
No, I think we spoke before about the batters trying to just get a bit of experience out on these English pitches, and these two definitely seem like they've found the groove here.
Push through the offside, one bounce to fielder in, one run. It's a nice bit of shape there. Always interests me to know if some of these guys play normal Saturday cricket as well, or whether this is the format that, you know, gives them the opportunity to keep playing the game. But, you know, from a personal perspective, I've played quite a lot of LMS. I've really enjoyed it. I still play my Saturday cricket, but it's a really good opportunity to definitely catch up with mates. You know, maybe people you don't play with in your same Saturday club sides. That's a really nice shot. Again, well set field, back with a point, one run. Oh, could he run him out here? No, he's held it. Brought the field up. Does feel like this Brisbane side now are just really trying to rattle through the overs, conserve some energy here. Nestling comes in. Nice and full, through to the keeper. But we are rattling through these overs now. We're just almost at the end of the 16th. Just 20 balls left after this one. Nestling has been in a good rhythm all day, to be fair, and he's just got straight back into his work here. I do like some of these kits.
Yeah, they're very lurid. There's a couple down here that I wouldn't mind wearing myself, to be honest.
I enjoy the number 13, the big deal here. Very fine bit of work there. Yeah, he's keeper's really happy with that one. Took off brilliant work. And with these games being live streamed as well, he'll be able to watch that one back, which is fantastic.
Might have to put it on mute though.
Yeah, he may have to put it on mute when he realises that us two have been waffling on for the last half an hour. Actually, it's not probably the worst position to field in last man stands, to be honest. Not a lot of ground to cover. And there it is, Harvey's visual at the crease ends as Mapstone finds the pegs. Nice little fist pump at the keeper there as well as he walks off. Appreciated that. And that's the Sangalagas' sixth wicket to fall. And this brings out Logan Bell. How are you doing? Very good. Very good. People coming from far and wide here as well. Obviously we've had Lloyd here from Accrington/Brisbane. Another good friend of mine, ex-Chester player. And York. Nick James just entered the commentary box here. This is and he's going to step in as well. Fantastic for Lloyd. Thanks for stepping in. Slightly one-sided affair this JMO at the moment. And there it is straight away. Mapstone's got another wicket there. Bell went first ball there, and there's just one wicket left. So, have you seen this format before, JMO?
Briefly, yes. Yeah. So I'll be intrigued to see what's on offer today and see what's going on. But beautiful day at Chester as always, and yeah, just walked in straight on a wicket there, top of off. Job's a good one.
As you can tell, so this is in the last two voices you've heard, that is the difference between normal education and private education. But I promise you that Lloyd's writing and his ability to spell is much better than his vocals. But another Man United fan in the box, so, you know, giving them some brief joy. So, in this format, it's the last man stands now. So, as you can see, there's no other batter at the far end now. And it's all over. And it's a hat-trick. Hat-trick for Mapstone. That is absolutely fantastic. Well received by a number of the other clubs that are down here waiting to come on. And that wraps up the Kumar Sangalagas innings, 83 for 7. And that is a very, very convincing victory, posting 297 in the first innings, the Brisbane Burners. And the Sangalagas, Brooks the last man to go for a very hard-made 36. But this has been a fantastic performance from the Burners. And a few things to think about for the Sangalagas. But ultimately going into the next game, a little bit of confidence with some of the batters in the middle order there. Standout performance there, Sam Coleman with his 52 off 13 balls and two early wickets to make a dent in the Sangalagas lineup. But Chris Mapstone stole the show at the end there with a fantastic hat-trick to wrap up the innings. And on to game number 2 here on pitch 2 at Chester Boughton Hall. See you soon.
হ্যালো হ্যাঁ ল্যান্ডস্কেপে দিতে বলছি